Hey, everybody, from my first period all the way up to my ninth period. It's your buddy Anderson here. I'm coming across to you with a YouTube video, and I want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. So, the very first thing, I just got home not too long ago from Aub's volleyball game. They lost, but they had a tough battle against the North Hills Indians. The very first thing that I want to make sure everybody has and just follow along with me. So, what I want everybody to do, this is like a video quiz. This is super easy. Very first thing, I want to make sure everyone knows how to get to my YouTube channel. So, the very first thing, if you notice, I'm talking to you. You have headphones on, they're right behind my desk. Um, put the headphones on and just listen to me how I get you prepared for our lessons. Okay, the very first thing is I know everybody has everything caught up to date with us because we obviously went over everything on uh, Thursday. We went over fires, we went over floods, we went over winter storms, tropical storms, tornadoes, thunderstorms, flu, and pandemic. Now, here's what I'm going to do today. I know exactly what the test is going to have. So, what I want you to do is I follow along or go down through my notes. I'm going to highlight in different colors things that you need to know. Like, very first thing, flooding is the most natural or the most common natural disaster in Pennsylvania. Now, there are some notes that you need to know just to be a better student, to be a better person, to be a better student in South Park Middle School. There's also things that you need to know in order to be successful on the test. So, moms and dads, if you're listening at home, here's what I do. After we go through our notes, and I come back and I highlight in a different color things that they need to definitely know. And for today, I'm just going to put it, I'll probably put it in this purple color. So if you see something that's going to go in this purple color, you know it's important. So then I want you on your notes to also make it purple. Do you understand? So flooding is the most common natural disaster in Pennsylvania. I promise you, you will see that on your test and also your quiz. All right. Next thing, flash floods can happen very quickly. I know that. As a matter of fact, it's going to be on your quiz. So I want you to put that in purple. Now I'm using purple. You can use whatever color you like. I know there's I think in my seventh period, two young ladies that sit in the back corner that fight over what color they want to do everything in, which I think is adorable. You pick out what color. And one thing that you should not do, and this is just an old man talking, don't go in yellow. For instance, if you just look, I'm just going to put this in yellow. Yellow is really hard to read. See how hard and difficult that is? So leave yellow out of it. Red always is attention. Well, don't do red also because of our notes. So if you do red, you might get confused with this. I always like to go with purple, or sometimes even a real neon green works. So definitely flash floods you need to know. Keep scrolling down. No matter where you live, you always should be ready for a flood emergency. Too many times people are not ready for a flood emergency, and bad things happen. There's a little town called Wheeling, West Virginia. It's about 60 miles, maybe 45, 60 miles from South Park. And right in the middle of summer, they had some flash flooding, and they're still rebuilding, and they're still getting rid of trash. So you have to be ready for a flood no matter where you live. All right? Fires. Now listen, I know for a fact that's going to be on the test. So you definitely want to put that in a different color. The top reason people die in fires is from smoke inhalation, breathing in smoke, not burn. So I'm going to go over here. Just let me try this green one time. Put it in a green. You guys might like the green, but I'm going to go my purple like my LSU Tigers. Can't argue with that. All right. Top reason people die in fires is smoke inhalation. All right. Fires spread quickly. They can become life-threatening in 2 minutes and destroy a home in as little as five. I don't believe this is on the test. You need to know that. But for the quiz, you're good to go right there. Scrolling down, the winter storms. Now, if you notice, I have a lot of space right here just because I made this picture with the firemen smaller. So what I'm going to do is just get that a little bit bigger so I don't have so much dead space right there. And what I'm going to do is take my winter storms and move it up a bit. See right here, you can see where the pages separate. I might be able to get one more. Oh, too much. There we go. So winter storms. Now you notice I left this in a different color. They are known as deceptive killers. I'm telling you right now, this is on the test. This is on the test. They are known as deceptive killers. That is definitely on the test. Make sure you know that. Scrolling down, people were killed and injured in icy roads and traffic accidents because of the snow and the ice. And it is late. It's 12:46 a.m., so I'm a little tired. So just bear with me. Another major problem is the winter storm can knock out power. Let me go right here. I'm going to put that in a purple. So you know that is also in your on your quiz. Keep scrolling down. Knockout power. Now this is definitely hypothermia, low body temperature. I told you the lesson today, yesterday. Something happened. I taught to you the lesson today about how when you go hunting or you're at a cold stiller game, you should put one of those hand warmers over top of your heart to keep your body warm. It keeps your heart warm, which allows you to keep your blood circulating. So you're just going to do that. This is definitely on the test. This hypothermia. I'm just going to get that in a different color too. So bang. Hyperthermia is low body temperature. That is definitely on the test. All right. Tropical storms and tornadoes and thunderstorms, they cause a lot of damage. Obviously, right over by Trax Farm, there's been a couple that's come through there. You can ask Officer Joe. Violent tornadoes can happen without warning. I believe it's what storm can happen without warning that's on your test. I think that's the test question. What storm can happen without warning? Remember, the hurricanes, they don't sneak up on you. They take a long time to get to you. A long time. They form off the coast of Africa, and by the time they hit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or the Gulf of Mexico, they've already been tracked and they've been on the radar for at least 10 days. So people have more than enough time to evacuate. Now, people choose not to. That's their fault, but they have more than enough time to evacuate. So violent tornadoes can happen suddenly without warning. Now, I know for a fact this is one of our, a lot of kids get tripped up on this question. Dangerous lightning is one of the main causes of weather-related deaths in the U.S. Make sure you know that. I've gone over that a couple times. I want you to definitely know that. Dangerous lightning. Dangerous lightning. And obviously you have the picture that goes right along with that one. Keep scrolling down. Flu pandemic. I'm just going to kick him up a little bit. Now, every time I adjust my notes, I have to do that. And you might have to do it also. Um, and these notes from year to year keep evolving, which means they keep changing. I might take a word out here, I might add a different picture. So they're always evolving, always changing. That's why one thing why I like my electronic notes is because they're always there. They're on your cell phone, they're on your parents' cell phone. Any place that you have a electronic device, you can find your notes. Also keep in mind, if you need a set of paper notes, please come and ask me. Come and ask me. Okay, flu pandemic. Pandemic and flu spread by people coughing and sneezing and touching surfaces like doorknobs, elevator buttons, and water fountains. This is definitely on the quiz here. So I'm going to put that in a different color, purple. And we're good to go. Okay, people have little or no protection against the new flu virus, which causes a pandemic, and many more people will get sick. This, believe it or not, we're knocking on the door of flu season. Flu season probably will kick off around, let's say, the middle of October when people are inside. You got the furnace on. You're not getting outside as much. You're not getting much fresh air. And that's when the flu season will kick. Now, keep in mind, everybody, the easiest way to avoid being sick, knock on wood, wash your hands. Wash your hands all the time is the easiest way to avoid being sick. Make sure you take your vitamins, you eat healthy, eat some fruit, get a lot of rest. No need staying up late like me, and it's almost 1 o'clock now. No need to stay up late like me. Get to bed early. Normally I'm in bed, but tonight, I've had the game. By the time we got back was 11, took a shower, ate some dinner, look up at the clock. It's about 12:30 when I started videotaping. All right. Flu pandemics will cause a change in everyone's everyday life, including schools, workplaces, transportation, and other public services. All you have to do is look how this country and the world reacted when COVID was around. We had schools shut down. You couldn't go to certain restaurants. You couldn't fly on airplanes. You couldn't go on cruises. You couldn't go attend football games. Everything changed because people were trying to stop the spread of the virus, of the infection of the cold. Everything will change because of that, okay? Hopefully this year, 25, 26, it's not as bad as it was 5 years ago, all right? Okay, the next thing I want us to do is hazardous material. So go ahead and put that in red. Go ahead and put that in red. Put this down. This is another section. Put this in red. All right. Now keep in mind, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause it. You can always pause it and follow my notes. All right. Always pause it and follow my notes. All right. And that's where I want to leave off right there. I just wanted to make sure in that. Oh, your quiz question is coming up to me. Here's your quiz question. I want to make sure that everyone paid attention. When you are done, I want you to come up. I'm going to have my computer out. And I want you to whisper in my ear. Don't yell it out because it's a secret. This is a quiz question. I want all my boys to whisper, "Go Tigers. Go Tigers." My LSU Tigers. Go Tigers. All my fellas, all my boys, you yell or don't yell. Whisper, "Hey, Mr. Anderson, go Tigers." And I know you watched this video and you did everything. To all my young ladies, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up and go, LSU, LSU, LSU. Tell me LSU 3 times. Now, keep in mind, this is a simple, easy task. I want to make sure that you can navigate, which means find, fix, understand this web or my YouTube channel so that you can get notes throughout the week. You can get notes on the weekends. You can study for tests. If there's a 2 hour delay, I could post stuff. If there's sick days or snow days, FI or FID days, which are flexible instruction days, all those days I can post my notes right here, and I want to make sure you'll be able to find them. All right. So, guys, come up, whisper. What are you going to whisper? Go Tigers. And then my ladies, LSU, LSU, LSU 3 times. All right. Hey, I've been very impressed with this 5th grade. You guys are very impressive. I keep calling you my college kids, not my 5th graders. All right. I'm going to say good night because I'm looking at the time now. It's 12:55. Time for me to go to bed. All right. Bye-bye.